Good afternoon, my friends. This is Michael Green with Inspector USA, your neighborhood home inspector. I want to talk to you this afternoon about how to choose a home inspector. If you're buying a house, you're going to come to the point where you're going to need a home inspector to go through that house and to give you an idea what's working, what's not. Well, how do you find a qualified home inspector? Well, in Kentucky, there are over 500 licensed home inspectors, most of which serve the Lexington and Louisville markets. So it's very competitive, as you can imagine. But the fact is that a good majority of those have less than 5 years experience. Now, in 5 years, a lot of them haven't done that many inspections. Because it's always been a very competitive market, and it's hard to get work to come in. So, what does that mean to you? Well, think about it in this way. If you're going to have surgery, do you want a surgeon who just got out of med school and has never performed a surgery like this? Well, or do you want to have somebody who's been down the road a ways a few times and knows what they're doing? You have to decide for yourself here. Now, most people will get, they may get a card from their realtor, and they'll say, and they'll go call this guy. Well, what do you know about that guy? Do you know how long he's been in the business? How many inspections he's completed? What kind of certifications and licenses he actually has? Do you know what kind of reports is he going to provide you? What about additional services that he offers or includes in his package? How does that? Does he stand behind his inspection? Or is he just going to say, well, if I miss something, I'll give you your money back? Well, that don't always fix it. So, if you're going to hire an inspection, number one, it is your responsibility as a home buyer. It's not your realtor's responsibility to point you in the direction of a home inspector. They might give you a list, which they should, but they shouldn't really tell you to use any one individual on that list. They should say, here's your list. Give them a call. Call at least 3. Compare their services, compare their rates, and choose one that fits you best. That is the best way for you to get the inspector who's going to do the best job for you. Understand, your home inspector works for you. Doesn't work for the realtor. Doesn't work for the seller. He works for you. So you want to interview the inspectors, their offices. If you call their offices, you get the receptionist or the scheduling person. And if you've got questions that they can't answer, then ask to speak to the inspector. Now, to this end, we have created a home inspection services comparison sheet. Now, this is available to any person who wants it. All you got to do is send us an email at inspectorusa.orders@gmail.com, and we'll email it out to you for your use. No problem. Now, this sheet allows you to list your home inspectors down one side, phone numbers and all. It asks a question: how many years of home inspection experience do you have? We've already filled out our portion of it on the top line there for Inspector USA. I've got over 33 years experience, almost 34 years experience as a home inspector in Central Kentucky. Next thing is number of inspections completed. That's important. You want somebody who's done a few inspections, seen a few things, because there's a lot of things that you can't learn from books in this business. You got to actually be on site and see them. So, we've listed ours as 20. It's over 20,000 inspections in my almost 34 years. I've done a lot of inspections. additional certifications and licenses. That tells you, okay, is this person moving forward in their career? Are they going after advanced certifications? Again, the license in Kentucky is the front door. 64 hours. Pass the test. No inspections experience required. They need to move forward. For example, I am a certified master inspector. That takes a lot of inspections, a lot of training to reach that plateau. I'm also a certified professional inspector through the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. Then you've got, I'm also a licensed pest control operator. That's an additional license I have. A normal home inspector cannot do a pest inspection by state law. You have to have a license as a pest control operator in order to perform a termite or wood destroying insect inspection in a home. Then, the next section here is services included and report type. You want to ask them, what services are included in what I'm paying for here? Now, if they say, well, you're going to get a home inspection. Okay, that's great. But that's not much different from anybody else that you can, and the over 500 inspectors. They're all going to give you a home inspection, and it's all going to be according to state standards. So it's pretty much the same. So, and the report type. Again, report types anymore, most reports are computer generated. There's about a dozen different types of software that will generate the report for you. So again, there's not a lot of difference there. Everybody tweaks it for their own purposes. So it makes it stand out a little bit, but you're going to get it, and they're going to include photographs and things like that. So that's great. Additional services, other services though, do they offer other services? Are they included in the price of what you're getting and what you're paying? For example, we include that termite inspection and certificate at no additional cost. That's part of our package, our value package. We include a structure infesting pest inspection. Once again, only a licensed pest control operator can provide that type of service to you. A home inspector cannot go in and say, this house has roaches, even though he might see them. He's not, by state law, allowed to do that. He can only recommend you have it inspected by a pest control operator, that he saw some insects. Where we'll tell you, okay, yeah, we saw evidence of bed bugs, or we saw evidence of roaches. You might want to know those things before you move in. Then we also provide a house facts property history report. Now, if you're not familiar with that, I'm sure you're familiar with the Carfax. Well, a house facts is very similar to a Carfax on that piece of property. It's going to tell you what's in the public record on that property. If that property's had a fire, it's generally going to be in the house facts. If it's had a problem with criminal activity and police have been to that house, it's generally going to be in the house facts. So it's going to give you a little background on that house. We provide that to you at no charge. Now, another thing that you might want to ask when you're interviewing your inspectors, do they stand behind their inspection? A vast majority of them simply say, well, I'll give you your money back if I miss something. That doesn't necessarily fix it. And they'll say, well, I've got insurance. Well, insurance only works if you sue them. And it's a long and drawn out process to get them to pay. So you want to find out, how are they going to protect you? Well, we provide a 90-day, $2,500 limited home warranty with every inspection that will pay to repair the listed items over the 90 days after the inspection should they fail. So if the dishwasher, you move in and 2 months after the inspection and the dishwasher's not working, and I said, well, it was working when I was there. Keep in mind that the seller was there, probably living there for those 2 months, using that every day. And that's fine, because the limited warranty is going to pay up to $500, reimburse you up to $500 to put you a new one in. Up to $2,000 for structural issues. Up to $1,000 for your HVAC per system. That's important protection to get you into that house and to protect you. In addition to that, though, we don't stop there. I provide you my own in-house 90-day, $1,000 service guarantee. If I miss something that I should have found based on our standards of practice, and it's not covered under the warranty or any other warranty, then I'm going to pay up to $1,000 to fix that out of my pocket. And then we're also going to provide you with a 90-day termite protection plan. Why do we do that? Because I can't guarantee termites aren't in that house. I can look for evidence, but evidence can be inside the walls and I may not see them. So, if live termites show up in your house anytime in the first 90 days after the inspection, you call me, I'll come treat them. I'm a licensed pest control operator. I can do that. And of course, to top it all off, every house that we inspect is registered with the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors Home Buyback Guarantee Program. What is that? That says if I miss something that I should have found based on those standards of practice, and you say, well, we wouldn't have bought this house had we known about it, InterNACHI will buy that house back from you for what you paid for it. You walk away. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's over. They'll wire your bank the money, and you're out of there. On to the next one. That's good for 90 days after closing. That's basically a money-back guarantee through InterNACHI. So, those things protect you. You want to make sure whoever you hire protects you. And then we have, finally, the fees charged. Now, the fees for inspectors vary widely. You can get the cheap Charlies at $150, $195. You usually get what you pay for. That can go all the way up to, $600, $700, which, is grossly overpaying in most cases. The average fees in Kentucky are between $325 and $400 for a average size home inspection. Our base rate starts at $329 up to 2,000 square feet, and you get all of those services included. So, rates are important. Money's important these days. Every penny counts, especially when you're buying a house. Everybody got their hand out wanting money from you. We know, and I know that. So I want to try to give you as much help there as possible, and we do that by providing that termite inspection free of charge. Providing the house facts free of charge. So, our rates, as I said, start at $329. Now, if you've got buying a house with a crawl space, there would be an additional $25 fee for that crawl space. No offense, but if I got to crawl down there and look around, I got to charge you for it. So, when you're looking for a home inspector, please take the time to call around and get the information and then make your decision. Don't go with the first one. Don't go with the cheapest one. Look for the one that's got the experience that you think you want. It's ultimately your decision. Nobody else makes this decision for you. So, if you would like a copy of this comparison sheet, please send us an email again at inspectorusa.orders@gmail.com. And I'll put that in the remarks section. Also, you can call our office at 859-420-4872 and request this as well. I wish you well in your search for an inspector. There are good ones out there, not just me. There's a lot of good ones out there. These guys work hard and do a good job. But you need to take time to make sure that you're getting a good one. Have a great afternoon. Again, this is Michael Green with Inspector USA, your neighborhood home inspector.